Okay, okay, you guys. I'm gonna have to do my best to try to go ahead and not start giggling, possibly in a misunderstood sense of fear at all of the new scarecrows who have come to. Oh my gosh, that tickles so much. The guinea pigs. I have to be so careful not to move because Daisy and Apple are currently pushing around one of their enrichment toys, knocking little parrot. Oh my gosh, pea flakes and carrot. Oh my gosh, it tickles so much. All right, look, they are. Wait, when did I unlock a small box? I have no idea where that came from, but I guess that's going to be hopefully. Oh my gosh, we have a whole bunch of things. Jeez, are those just like decorations for like out and about, or is that only good for putting into the actual ghost area? Well, we'll have to find out. Oh my gosh, and speaking of having to find out, we are really running low on the monies. So, in fact, I think we might be about to go bankrupt again, and it looks like our fish haven't been breeding as quickly as I would hope. Oh my word. Okay, we might have to pull out some of the emergency pieces. Yay, okay, we do have a fish that's breeding. I am relieved about that. And you know, I hate to sell the printing press, but we gotta start doing what we gotta do, and I think that means also selling off a skank or two, which we'll have to go ahead and talk about more in just a moment because I love the idea for this herbology greenhouse. We're gonna have a wonderful time with that, you know, once we start getting to the point where we can turn around and upside down the chaos of losing all of the monies we have. And I think we're gonna be able to do that by making sure that the buzz bonuses are lit up across the board, that we actually get some more types of exhibits, because it occurred to me we only have like a few major themes, and then there's a whole bunch of other themes. To be fair, you are kind of here at what is currently actually a actually a haunted museum, so I would hope you'd be understanding that you're gonna find haunted museum things. But still, if we can get the knowledge up, if we can get the hauntedness up, the buzz up, then people donate more. Also, if I'm able to take some of our experts off of wandering around and trying to clean up ectoplasm, and instead put them on doing tours, that also majorly helps with the whole keeping everybody from leaving us thing, getting more exhibits down, and basically, oh my gosh, that's so much. It's because of our staff. It's because of our staff. And the thing is, most of our staff happen to be actual patrons and people who help to make these adventures possible. Do you know the kind of guilt I feel over potentially removing them? We can't do that. That's really concerning. All right, so instead, what we're gonna do is we're really gonna try to lean in heavily on collecting plenty of monies from the people who happen to wander over here and visit. Since we have been working on the witch-related things, I think we'll start here. Today, as my guinea pigs are literally tickling my toes, we're gonna go ahead. What is this going to be? I feel, oh, maybe this will be daisy chain. This is daisy chain. Or how about Applewood is also acceptable. But it was really Daisy who was like absolutely, well, you know what? Applewood is a good name for a scarecrow. And I really love that she was tickling my foot as I was trying to get started on our adventures. And Apple wants to be near a pumpkin pear. Keep in mind, after all, that this happens to be a haunted carved pumpkin. The pumpkin pear! They come in so many cute little assortments together. I wonder if we should make it kind of a reddish pumpkin. Because, you know, Apple Dapple, which is our nickname for our beloved little apple. Let's see. And then, ooh, yeah, we absolutely need these lights. I am so relieved that we finally have some more proper, like, creepy lighting that independently stands so that we can start working on, like, a little hedge maze. Oh my gosh, we are not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it unless maybe... Can I juggle the cursed loans? Can I work on, let's see, bungled new litter crushing hydraulic bin. Each bonus per guest view. We might have to accept a couple of these. Maybe. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Because the thing is, if I take out a loan here from 2 Point Bank, that's not going to be enough to go ahead and pay off the Smell My Cash. So that's not going to help. And yeah, we're paying our loan people. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to do this. Okay, so you know what? We're going to need to take the Holistic Diffuser and we're going to need to put it in maybe next to some of the plants. But to be fair, maybe a swamp and... All right, where should we put it? Unfortunately, I need to put it somewhere that people might get a good whiff because we do kind of need a lot of money. Phooey. All right, fine. We're gonna put it in over here. I really am sad to put it anywhere, to be honest. The decoration bonus is at least high on it. And we're gonna need to go ahead and get the bungled bin. I think we have a lot of people visiting. Yeah, we do have a lot of people visiting right here. We already have like a poor janitor. The ghost train mechanic, your Junebug, right over here. You know what, your Junebug? I'm gonna give you a little raise. Don't tell anyone because that's the opposite of what I should be doing. But your Junebug, would you mind just possibly going ahead and let's see, our janitors. Let's see if I can find your Junebug. Oh my gosh, we have so many like unassigned people. That's probably a part of the problem. The curse is probably getting better, or worse, I mean, because of this. And also Herbology Greenhouse, you've grown. At least we have a couple newts, or skinks, excuse me. All right. Come on, guys. I probably need to stop trying to collect you so that we can hopefully, you know, get a little bit more money from the fish breeding. And I know it seems weird to be putting down decorations and adding on. Let's see. I do want to get more of the perk bonuses too. All right, Applewood, let's see if I can get more decorations down. A large box that has grown in mysterious volume. There's a witch over there. You know what? I wonder if we could just have a... Oh boy. Okay, we got a warning. We got a warning, and now I have no money. Fudge. Okay. Can we maybe start crafting up? Because it costs money to build. Dang it. The steampunk bases, unfortunately. The swordfish breed really well. They're temperate climate. Who else is temperate climate? Maybe I can get them in. Okay, not tropical. Okay, swordfish, unfortunately, I don't have anybody else who's temperate climate. So, and we do have an emergency goldfish. It's worth 15,000 right now. I'll take it. So we'll take the goldfish, we'll sell it because that's the whole reason we have the goldfish is as, you know, emergency sells. And speaking of emergency fish, if we can grab ourselves that spectrum fish and the evergreen wiener tree is dying. I'm just kind of the shock of, okay, available professor of fungi. Let's see, let's grab you. If you could please take care of this. There we go. Yeah, getting the zones properly in place is probably huge for being able to try to turn all of this around. We have a really good tour going on over here, apparently. Maybe I just need to like put my best tour guide on the tours for a little bit. Oh, and we absolutely need to increase the tours. No wonder they're not doing the best, because we have added in another sentient scarecrow. We have added in like a cauldron. Let's see, the buzz is okay, the decoration is bad. All right. Look, we're gonna fix that. Let me try redoing the tour. We're gonna come and talk to the sentient scarecrows. Then we're gonna ride around on the flying broomstick, talk to another sentient scarecrow, finish off at a cauldron and another broomstick. The average quality would be epic. The decoration is bad, but hopefully that will give a good tour. Maybe that's too long of a tour, but maybe it'll help like build up some hype. Oh man. Okay. You know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just sold one of the helicopters. But I did. I just sold one of the helicopters. And we can repay the balance on one of the loans now. So there's that. I don't know if that's not going to help us. That's not going to help us when it comes to being able to go ahead and it's because we have so many staff members. Oh boy. I don't want to have to get rid of another one of our helicopters, but also I think we've stretched ourselves just so far in all sorts of directions. We have empty poltergeist rooms. That honestly, the poltergeists themselves would bring in more money than would go out if we actually used them. Jumbo Marketing is campaigning against us. The fools! We will show them. We will absolutely somehow show them. All right, so let's think about this. We need money. We have been making room for fish to hopefully come and have lots of happy fish babies. The Spectrum Sturgeon from the Soggy Grotto actually is a wonderful fish that gains its value as time goes on, and it becomes even shinier. Its scales glitter and gleam with even more glow. And it also has those amazing jelly bean eggs. So I think we'll grab that guy if we can. And the Hydrosaurus with its, I think it has multiple heads, or just its really cool look would be a great addition. We do have the ability to go out there with a team that would be able to make a really, oh my gosh, they could make a speedy trip of it too. Oh, okay, let's see. So, to avoid the sharks, and also if we sent a interesting, okay, so without the plant camouflage, it would gain 7 days. So it's just that we could end up with like this expedition taking a long time because it would be really slow. Do I have anybody who's got double okay, we don't have anybody with double survival. To be fair, I don't think we've run into a lot of mountain ghost sharks yet. Could it be more useful to run into mountain ghost sharks? Possibly. But I think we'll also have, should we have Pirate Tail's Tyrant go out? You know what? I think this is probably a good alignment. And it's not really about avoiding injury. And I think we'll even just reduce the cost. Please come back with a spectrum fish, my friends. And while they're doing that, maybe it is time to go ahead and actually start thinking about, oh, maybe if not getting rid of the lodge trolleys and things like that, we can start rearranging some of the different decorations we have to try to make the most of what we do have and really get this area kind of pumped up and ready to go. And you know what? That sounds fantastic, because look, we have this like sundial that's not doing anything, and it could come down here and I don't know how a sundial sort of calculates to all this, but you know what? Sun that we never see here in a garden, right? There's even this fountain that absolutely should be like super overgrown and weird looking, if you ask me. Because you know, it's like a witch's herbology place. Of course it should be overgrown and weird looking. And then we have a whole bunch of these large boxes, literally just in a corner, not doing anything. And we have a map kiosk over here that nobody is actually shopping at right now. So as cool as it would be to have Tavern Keeper Crystal here, we really don't need to have that, and we could instead have a little bit of room for more decorations, maybe more things to sell. Speaking of things to sell, there's a swordfish ready to go. There's also an abandoned bed, which is creepy. Like, does it fit the theme? I mean, I guess if you're Sleeping Beauty or something, right? There's an abandoned dining table. Again, I don't know if it 100% could be argued to fit the theme, but we're going to say it does. We're going to get this buzz up. random small box. Again, like, a witch needs to have somewhere to put like her essential potion ingredients. Can you imagine like inheriting a witch's antiques? Like if your old auntie is like a witch and then you end up inheriting her antique china, would you need to worry about like the antique china like going ahead and talking back at you? I would be so stressed. I would actually offer a business for witches who you don't suggest they're close to the end of their life. That sounds like a good way to go ahead and have them siphon off some of your own life, perhaps, depending on the type of witch. But you could offer a service to keep a catalog going of their things for them that they could give to a eager apprentice and or heir, so that then they don't give the cursed mirror to their favorite nephew. They could instead realize like, oh, yeah, probably want to not give this thing to somebody I care about. Or maybe you want to give this cursed mirror to a cousin that you fought with quite a lot. Or, you know, that other witch that you've been fighting with your whole life. Though, I mean, that actually sounds amazing. I wonder if everyday people can make catastrophic mistakes in engineering and in just art. If you could, in cooking, reaching for what you thought was like the xanthan gum and instead you got the baking soda or the baking powder instead of the salt or something like that. What would it be like to be a witch? Would you actually need to be ridiculously organized in order to make sure that you don't blow up your entire cauldron and maybe your entire hut, and also end up with like 15 more warty toads on your toes or something? That's amazing. You could make such a cozy fantasy series off that. Where's my notes? But all right, so we just got a sticker for our tour. See? Moving out all of the dusty old witch furniture into the front yard and calling it a decoration is working. Tours are started from the guest stand. Yes, yes. So I guess this means that run a tour containing 8 exhibits with a rating of over 4.0. Yay, I'm so proud of us. I didn't realize we were doing that. Maybe it'll help. And it also is making me appreciate like taking care of trying to use the things we have before moving on to more chaos, which is additionally very helpful. So let's actually check on the buzz over here, because I feel like, or buzz cuz, not energy, but buzz. Let's see. All right, and we could get maybe an entertainment boost on this sentient scarecrow. And then let's try. Yes, okay, so the expedition from the Soggy Grotto is back. Thank you, team. Please tell me that you have brought back with you. Dang it. Okay. Apparently we have the Hydrosaurus skeleton way over here. And but team, why? I need the other fish. I need you guys to go back and I need you to go get those other fish. I beg of thee. Let's see. And I need anyone who's submarine pilot. Lark Spring. Let's go for our old bone expert. Let's go for, let's see. Who's here? Repairing prehistoric playground. I feel like everybody's little name tags are all mixed up because our steampunk mechanic who cleans toilets is not one of our explorers, but that happens from time to time. I try not to worry too much about it. Repairing the botanical mister is actually very important. Cobweb Inspector Tess does things. If you could join us, oh my gosh. Okay, so I kind of need to make sure that actually we have somebody like resort planner Bittermaid come, because while repairing the photosynthesizer is important, not getting MIA from a shipwreck is possibly more important. So, all right, I think we might be onto something. I'm really sad we sold one of the helicopters. However, we just got another official warning that that's not the worst that could happen. And if we can just work a little harder, I think we're getting closer to being able to balance out all of the chaos. Maybe we need to sell several other little things. Maybe the other helicopter wouldn't be a bad idea. And maybe some of the, you know, immense amounts of decorations that I sort of put everywhere. We might even, here, the Mulchamatic. The Mulchamatic can come on over. It wants to be near a science decoration. Actually, is this terrifying? Look, I think this is appropriate to have the Mulchamatic show up at where the greenhouse is going to be. I will admit that maybe it comes off a little aggressive to, like, to some of our scarecrow friends. I can concede this. And also the Mulchamatic, you just need more buzz decoration. Okay, so I mean, I think we can make this work, and I'm optimistic. I'll just put it that way. And we could also probably, can I do, all right, can I make this look, these cactuses, I mean, the flowering cactuses do seem like a good touch for a witch's greenhouse, because you probably want to gather up some of those, like, those prickly hooks, and also the dead twigs definitely help with the whole aesthetic, I think. And we probably need something different now for the Mulchamatic. Spider crabs doing what spider crabs do, which happens to be lots of breeding for me and you. There we go. Well, no, not for me and you, like for the spider crabs, for crying out loud. I gotta watch what I'm singing. All right. Please be. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to see this fish. This fish may be the magic potion ingredient that will turn all of this around, and we can start actually going out on expeditions. We can start working with the witches to hopefully build up a hall of herbology cauldrons, and we can start gaining the money we need to go ahead, settle down all these ghosts, get everybody just to kind of relax, unwind, stop trying to curse everything for crying out loud, so that we can prepare ourselves for the zoo that will be coming. I cannot wait. We need to get another spectrum sturgeon if we are going to have the ability. Okay, now we can have the Borble tea machine. I hate to do it to our guest. However, to be fair, very appropriate for a witchy area. And also we can have another holistic diffuser, which again, to be fair, I'm gonna put it over by the mulch thingy. And maybe, as awful as that is, some of those might balance out and help out. We'll have to see. But meanwhile, Cunning Skink, if you are unhappy here, never fear. We have got a place for you elsewhere. And I need to work on getting enough that we can go on that little expedition again. I think we might have to face the truth that the curse of these witches, or the curse of this money problem. You know what? And let's go ahead. We're gonna sell the poltergeist room over here too, because maybe it's time to admit that I also want this to kind of be a feast hall with all those edible plants, a place for people to dance, and maybe even some of the cheese from space that seems to somehow fit with the witches. Don't ask too many questions about that. Oh, I wonder if we should move our pirates over here. They would be so much happier. And then we'd have a little bit more room for like the other haunted telephone things. Ooh, that would be a good idea. See? We need to start thinking a little bit more about what fills us up with a wonderful gurgling buzz that hopefully, for crying out loud, is not actually going to be that Burble Buzz drink that we just got. Don't do that to yourself, my friends. Like, you really don't want to do that. I think that would, you're gonna feel pretty miserable. You just to warn you, like, this is terrifying. Don't drink this. I'm gonna make the price extremely expensive to try to prevent people from selling this. just to see how it goes. Oh, all right. Was that one step forward? Or was it an entire slide back down? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But until then, things are gonna be a little stinky, a little dusty. But at least we've got some great buzz going on with this zone. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe it's time to increase some of our prices here and there. Oh boy. Okay, just saying. But we're getting closer, I think. Maybe, possibly. Maybe not. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.